Let's paint. Well, I rant about literally everything that's on my mind. Um, Cute. Actually, I actually wanted more or less to rant about my thoughts, or not even rant, just give kind of my thoughts of hello, what am I doing? Self-improvement. That's the word. Because I feel like obviously we kind of already all know that self-improvement is no longer like an actual thing. It's just a full-blown like industry that people obviously are capitalizing on. Cute. And it's not like that's a bad thing. I don't think it's wrong, especially in we live in obviously like a digitized society now where you can make money off of social media, which is like something that wouldn't have been heard of, 20, 30 years ago. So there's that. And I don't see anything wrong with people who actually want to use their personal experiences with self-improvement to actually help others while making some cash on the side. I mean, that's kind of like what a lot of people are doing. And I would do the same thing. But I just feel like it's become this, I don't want to say it's become oversaturated and that it lacks originality now, but it kind of does. You know? Like, have you ever just been scrolling or watching self-help content and you're like, I already know all this shit. Like, I already know all, there's a bug on my window. I already know all this. And you're kind of just sitting there like, okay. Yet you still, like, you keep watching because you think you're going to come across something, like, that will finally, change the game for you. But you never do. Sorry, I'm, like, out of breath for some reason. But yeah, like, that's a real thing. And if you're noticing that, like, the self-help industry is becoming this, like, insanely oversaturated kind of just, like, mess of redundancy and stuff, like, you are not alone in that. It's very real. And I guess I'm not even here to try. I'm not going to try to tell you, like, how to, because like, this isn't like a how to fix your attention span, how to stop scrolling through self-improvement TikToks to feel like you're actually making a difference in your life. Like, I'm not here to do anything about that. I'm just painting in pure silence and kind of want to talk. So if you want to stick around, please do, because this is not, like, there's not going to be some crazy ass thumbnail for this. I'm literally just painting and talking. And if you're chill, like if you want a chill vibe, then hello, I'm your girl. But, yeah. So I've kind of given up as a person on trying to, because freshman year, like when I entered high school, I really got into like self-improvement as a concept. Like I loved this idea of improving yourself and optimizing yourself because I wanted a change in my life, We all do. We all want to be a different person. We all want something new. We all want to be someone. Like, we all want to be those idols we see, or not those idols, those people we idolize on social media. Like, we all want to be that person who, struck it rich at whatever, 19 or 20 or whatever, made the most of their 20s, whatever, got like 100K subs and whatnot. But, and they kind of like sell us that idea that we have to follow their way of doing it in order to achieve this quote unquote dream life that everyone idolizes. And obviously, like, for me, it started with y'all. I've mentioned her before, but y'all know, like, the Wizard Liz and stuff. Like, she was my big inspo because she was so brutal, but she was also so open about her experiences. And I know now, like, she's facing some backlash. And I personally don't watch her anymore because I find that her content just doesn't suit the way I think as a person and, like, how I am. I feel like it's a little, I don't want to say it's too hardcore because obviously you need discipline to make a difference in your life. Duh. Everybody knows that. But I feel like her content, like, I don't know, it doesn't sit right with me anymore. I feel like she gives you so much to work with, and you're kind of like, but where do I actually start, girl? And obviously she's capitalizing off of that. And there's nothing wrong with that. Like I just said, like, you want to make some money off of social media and you want to sell, like, how to improve yourself, like, people eat that up. Like, that's chill. I'm just saying we kind of got to move through this self-improvement industry with a little more discretion now because of just how terribly saturated it's become. Because, like, I'm no better than anybody. Like, I find myself scrolling through YouTube trying to find some new self-improvement video that'll help me. And I'm, like, watching it, and I'm like, this is just the same content being recycled, like, into 500 different videos. It's like how to fix your attention span, how to change your life, how to become that girl, how to this, how to that, how to this, how to that. Oh, this video, and we actually go through it. This is proven. This system works. You don't need habits. You need systems. You don't need this. You need this skincare routine. You need to cut out everybody from your life. You need to confront people. You need to be a bitch. You need to, like, oh my gosh, bro. I don't even know, like, it's so difficult now to just, like, navigate the digital sphere, you know? Because it's always just, how can I be better? How can I change some aspect of myself that someone decided wasn't good enough, or, you know, whatever. And obviously, you know, growth is, like, we as humans naturally grow and change as beings. And I feel like sometimes you just have to let that process be that process instead of trying to, like, speed it up and optimize it by doing all this stuff. Like, just, I mean, obviously not everyone's religious, but, like, just trust that God will get you where you need to be, and you will experience the growth and experiences that you need to, like, experience. I said experience like 3 times. Like, it will happen. I'm not huge on the, if it's not meant for you, or if it's meant for you, it won't pass you by. Like, I do believe, like, certain experiences, stuff we are meant to have. But at the same time, I am a firm believer in taking action. Like, you have to take action. Like, you want a job, go get, like, you gotta go ask for a job. Like, you can't just expect the job to fall into your hands. You have to do something. But I also believe, like, when it comes to the bigger picture stuff in life, you can kind of, like, move back a little bit and be like, hey, you know, God, the universe, whatever, like, they got this. Like, nature will take its course, and that's chill. And I know a lot of people already know that, like, that idea of that, it's like an affirmation, like, what's meant for me will not pass me by. Like, I've heard that so much, you know, throughout the media. So yeah, I'm not the type who's gonna, like, recite that in the mirror to myself, but it's a good reminder to have. And I kind of think that is more of what I see self-improvement now as. It is not for me about trying to, like, micromanage and change my entire life. Like, it's just about little reminders. Like, hey, you know, you're doing better than you were how many years ago. Remember this, or, oh, like, you know, you can pray if you're feeling down or something. Like, so this idea of, the core idea of self-improvement is literally inherently capitalistic. It's this idea that you need to extrapolate every virtuous part of yourself in order to be successful. Because obviously, like, we live in a system of extraction, but I feel like, I don't know, I feel like we shouldn't, like, a system of extraction and extrapolating and optimizing and whatever is not sustainable. And we see this in real life, like, with our resources and stuff, and with the climate and shit. And, like, it's a real thing. And, but we all know, like, that's not sustainable, because resources are limited. The same way, like, our capabilities as humans are limited. We can't be everything. We simply cannot. We can't do and be everything. Like, no matter how many systems and routines and, like, whatever you try, you cannot be everything. And that you weren't meant to be everything. Like, we're not meant to be this, like, I don't know how to say it, but we weren't meant to do all of this and be everything and try to achieve all of our goals and, like, how to achieve your goals in 6 months, or how to glow up before the summer. You only need 1 month. Like, we weren't meant for all this short-term change in ourselves. Like, literally, social media has done this to us. Like, short-term, like, gratification and stuff has made us think that that change needs to happen over, like, a very short period of time, when it really doesn't have to. humanity, like, I know our lives are fairly short in the grand scheme of things, but we were not meant, like, it's okay for it to take a while. It's meant to take a while. Change isn't this, like, change is never instant. I mean, sometimes it, like, is instantaneous. Like, you see it all the time in nature and stuff, like the clap of thunder or something, or a strike of lightning. Like, that is an instantaneous change in whatever. But overall, like, things are just mostly calm and chill and slow, and that's totally okay, you know? And obviously, like, even now, the idea of, like, the slow life has become really popular. Like, the slow and simple life and whatnot has become popularized. And that's chill. I mean, that is not the worst, like, trend, honestly. I'm pretty okay with that. If you're actually, like, living to it and not just doing it for, the trends and whatnot. Which is what most people tend to do, as we've learned. But, that's not the worst thing ever. I'm actually pretty chill with that thing trending now. And that's why I'm not, like, fully against social media, because I think it's brought a lot of good things into our world. But minus, like, the generic, like, oh, connection and learning and stuff. Like, it has, like, not all trends are bad. I'm not even going to say, like, not all trends are bad. The idea of, like, a trend, like, is actually pretty, like, normal. Like, we see it all throughout history. Like, things have gone in and out of fashion. Trends in like, not even just, like, fashion and stuff, but trends in attitudes and belief systems. Like, they shift naturally. And obviously we've gotten to a point in our time where this, like, y'all know, like, micro trends and stuff, like, it's gotten really, like, it changes all the time. But the inherent idea of a trend has always been around. So I don't think we should villainize trends, because that's just a part of, like, time and movement and stuff, and just, like, society and whatnot. So yeah, but I don't really know where I was going with that, but oh well, this is a rant. It's not an organized talk. I think I was on self-improvement. I think self-improvement itself has become this sort of trend in our society. Like, it is trending to be the it girl, to be this, like, healthy, amazing person, which is, like, cool and all. Like, I mean, hey, that's good. I'm glad, like, we are starting to expose the systems and stuff that have been harming us, especially in, like, the 80s to, like, the 2000s, even, like, the 70s, like, the stuff that we were sold in, like, American hustle culture and the American food industry and stuff and whatnot. Like, I'm glad, like, these are getting exposed for what they are, because that's a good thing. Like, if the system needs to change, the system needs to change. But I feel like a lot of people are jumping onto it for the capital and for, like, the money, as opposed to for, like, actually wanting to, I don't know, experience being human and learning to, accept the ebb and flow of change as a person, But oh well, what am I to do about that? So yeah, I'm not, like, because I've always wanted a YouTube channel, which, I finally decided to start one. I was like, whoa, let's just do this, because I literally have nothing better to do with myself. So yeah, and my original thought was, like, I kind of want to make this, like, a self-improvement related channel, but then I'm, like, kind of looking at a lot of those channels now with, more of a critical eye. Because sometimes you can just tell if this person actually cares, or if they're just in it for the money. And for me, I just want a space where I can yap. So that's why I started this channel, because I just have a lot of ideas in my brain, and I'm like, let me talk on camera, because that would be really entertaining. For me, at least. Not for you guys. I don't know if this is your vibe, because this is a very chill space where I just post shit like my brands, my art, what I'm doing, whatever. Like, I just turn on the camera and just start yapping. Well, I'm obviously painting, doing my watercolor painting. But yeah. So I guess my vibe is, like, self-improvement. It's, I don't want to say it's overrated, because I believe, like, we are meant to grow and change as human beings, but it's just been so industrialized that it's not even, like, enjoyable to see this process happening. That's all I was really trying to say. But yeah. Anyway, that was my main rant. I also just, I don't know, I'm kind of sick of social media. I've been off social media for a while now. Like, I I hop on Instagram like occasionally. Whenever like I want to make like a cute little Instagram dump or something on my phone or whatever, like I'll do that. I'll re-download Instagram, do my little thing and then delete it, Because I like to have a little space for myself on the internet where I can post pictures and stuff. And most of the time my dumps are very just like scraggly, like thrown together pictures that I like. Like I'm not curating that stuff. It's just whatever it is I see and I'm like, hey, this is cool, and I post it. But so yeah, and I've been off TikTok since like 2022. I'm pretty sure, yeah, freshman year, like I vowed to be off TikTok. And I haven't re-downloaded it or like lapsed back into scrolling since 2022. It's been 4 years, which is actually pretty good. 4 years clean of TikTok. Just TikTok, because TikTok for me was the enemy. Like it was I was so bad for me. Like of all things, like Instagram, like sometimes I'll lapse into like scrolling and stuff for like an hour or so. But with TikTok, like I used to scroll like all freaking day. It was so bad. And it was obviously in middle school and whatnot before I had any like real priorities going into high school. You know. But yeah, I used to be terrible. So obviously I vowed to delete it. And it was really difficult at first to like kind of ride that urge and, surf that urge of like wanting to re-download it and just scroll. But yeah, and even like I still have some issues with, obviously Instagram like is not as bad, but Pinterest too. Like I cannot live without Pinterest too, because I love Pinterest for my recipes and just like cute little craft ideas and stuff. But sometimes I'll find myself just like because Pinterest has become almost kind of like TikTok, but like not. Because there's a lot of like short form, people will post like short form content on Pinterest, and it's kind of annoying because it kind of ruins the vibe of it. Because I remember Pinterest when I was like a bit younger, it was mostly just recipes and stuff, but that's media for you. So yeah, Pinterest I still struggle with a little bit. But that's not something I'm deleting anytime soon. Like, I'm sorry. I literally love Pinterest so much. I need it for my recipes and for, like, for the outfit inspo. Because I do get a lot of inspiration from it still. Like, it's not, lots of drawing and painting inspo. But yeah. And then Twitter, I used to have Twitter for a little bit too. That was more of me just like shit posting like random things I'm thinking about. And the only people who followed me on Twitter were like my friends at the time, and we would just like comment on each other's tweets. Oh, I'm sorry, X, not Twitter. Whoa, haven't used that name in a while. But yeah. Oh, Snapchat too. Yeah, no. I was only big on Snapchat like freshman, sophomore year, and then I deleted it because I was like, the concept of Snapchat, like, I'm so sorry. It is so stupid to me. Which, like, it's cool to be able to, like, snap people and send pictures of, like, your moments and stuff, but I feel like it's become just, like, it's almost like a replacement for dating. Because have you ever, like, people would be, like, the snapping stage, the talking stage, the this, the that, ceiling pic, side, like, I don't know. Do you guys know what I'm talking about? Like, all those terms? And I'm not trying to act like I'm cool and different because I don't use Snapchat and I believe in real dating. But I really don't use Snapchat anymore. I find it so pointless. And that's just me. Like, if you like it, like, chill. Like, that's cool. I personally just don't like the idea of it. It's either, like, give me your number or your Instagram. Like, don't give me your Snap because don't have Snapchat. So, yeah. Water break. I don't know. I was really obsessed with social media in middle school going into high school, but I realized it's low-key just not all that, and it's kind of like effed up my attention span. Like, not even like in a like how to fix your attention span way. It really did mess up my like whatever it messes with. Dopamine? I don't know. Really. It's dopamine, right? But no, dopamine's the anticipation chemical. It's not actually about the release. Like, you get dopamine before you do the thing. Like, this has been revealed a while ago, but I think that's so interesting how like gratification lies mostly in the anticipation. Because like you'll want to do something and then you'll do it, and then like as you're doing it, like, it doesn't even feel as good as the anticipation of doing it, which is so wild. Like, that's how our bodies work. Like, we get more pleasure from the anticipation than from the actual, like, release of it, which is so wild to me. But yeah, social media, like, it messed me up. So I'm kind of like, as much as I had a really toxic view of self-improvement freshman, sophomore year, like, it really did push me to do a lot of things I wouldn't have done if I stayed the way I was. So I'll give myself that. And I got into self-improvement, like, before it got excruciatingly popular. Like, it was still, like, a main thing. It's been a thing since, like, 2020, like, 2019, 2020. Like, it's been around for a while. But it's become, like, really, like, in the media more, these past few, like, 2 or 3 years. So, yeah, I got into it, like, before it went insanely, like, everywhere into the media. So, whatever. But yeah, I was so obsessed. It was so bad. And I remember I would always journal. I'm like, how come nothing's changing after, like, a week of doing Pilates workouts? Gee, I wonder. It's almost like long-term change takes time. And I'm not even going to act like I'm perfect right now. I am stuff that I had vowed I was going to fix in 2021 or 23. Like, I still struggle with to this day. Like, I am far from perfect. Like, and I don't think I am, like, above self-improvement at all, because I am still a very, like, I'm still, like, a very messed up person. Like, I still have a lot of stuff going on up in here that needs to be addressed. But I'm just taking it a little bit more slowly than trying to, like, tackle all my problems in one journaling session, which is, like, I've seen those, like, journal entries to heal your inner child. I'm like, that is not something you can do in, like, 1 or 2 journal entries. Like, I do, yeah, like, shadow work, like, yeah, that's great. It's good to explore your inner shadow and kind of learn about yourself and why you are the way you are, but it's not, like, you're not gonna fix it in a week. This is, like, years of undoing stuff from, like, your childhood and whatnot. And it takes time to address it. And honestly, like, there's not even any real rush to it. Like, it's gonna address itself at some point in your life, naturally as you get older. So don't, like, I don't know, don't try to force it. I guess. I mean, who am I to tell you anything? Am I right? But yeah. Those are my thoughts, guys, on, social media, self-improvement. Just this idea of needing to constantly optimize yourself and stuff. Like, oh, time to go monk mode. I'm like, you don't need to deprive yourself of stuff that gives you pleasure totally. I mean, obviously you need to have some discretion, but, like, I mean, hey, if you're gonna go monk mode, like, go for it. Honestly, like cool for you. Like, I kind of like love the discipline there, but you don't have to feel obligated to always be the very most optimized. There's a difference between being the best version of yourself and being the most optimized version of yourself. There's a difference. Argue with the wall. There is a big difference. And you could argue and say that the best and most optimized are the same, but I don't think the best version of yourself and the most optimized version of yourself are the same. Because the best version of you is obviously the version of you that you are right now. The most optimized is up here. That, like, idealized version of you that you created in your head and are striving to be. So, you do not have to be everything that, like, whatever people are telling you to be and do. Because what works for someone else is not going to work for you always. And that is really real. Like, a lot of people, like, take these self-improvement, like, like, the popular people, like, all their advice, they take it to heart, and then they do it. They, like, do the stuff that worked for the other people, and it doesn't work, and then they get frustrated because it's like, why is it not working for me? Like, they think something's wrong with them because it's like, how come this worked for you and made you better, but it's not working for me? Like, not everything's gonna work, like, for you. Like, you have to, unfortunately, you kind of just have to, like, as they say, go around and find out, like, kind of what works for you. And it's okay. Like, it's okay if it doesn't. Like, it's not, the world's not gonna end because, shadow work doesn't help you heal your inner child. Like, I'm sorry. Maybe it does. For me, personally, it really didn't. For me, like, I don't know. I kind of avoided the inner child part of the self-improvement thing when I was into it. I don't know, I didn't feel like it was important because I was kind of still a child at the time. So I was like, what inner child? I'm literally 14. You know what I mean? But yeah, sorry, side tangent right there. But yeah, you are not obligated to be anything. You just do you, man. Just do you. Peace and love, you know? That's kind of my mindset. And obviously, like, I don't live it up to a T. I get stressed, I get angry, I get irritated a lot. I complain. I am the most, like, imperfect human being. I make so many mistakes in a day, like, you don't understand. I'm like, guys, I am not a perfect human being. I'm so far from it. And I'm kind of okay with that, honestly. Like, it's chill. You can be imperfect and you'll be okay. So, yeah. That's all I really had to say. But, you know, tee hee. Bye.